What's up, YouTube? This is Bait here, and today I'm going to bring you guys a standard OU match. Oh no, yes! And basically a little backstory behind the team that I'm using today. I just threw together some of the suspects for Smogon's round 5 of testing, being Excadrill, Deoxys-S, and Thundurus. So a really super whorish team, and then I have some sand going on around it, but basically some of those guys just might go Uber on the next round with a couple other guys, so I just wanted to be sure that I could use them. And yeah, I have Baton and T-Tar because basically I wanted to do a bit of trolling, because in many occasions all that you really need is sand and Excadrill in order to sweep and destroy everything. But my opponent's team looks kind of standard-ish with a random crocodile on his team. It might be Scarf, but you know, I kind of have to watch out for that. You know, this Hydreigon might also be Scarf, but anyways, I lead with my Hippowdon, and I stay in because I was kind of hoping to take a Draco Meteor, slack off, then set up my rocks, but he actually has the Surf, and that actually one-shots me, which makes me think he's most likely choice. And seriously, I have always trouble with Hydreigons. They just always seem to carry the super effective move against some of my specific poke as a filler move, but whatever. That was kind of a bad play on my part. But then again, my team kind of sucks and doesn't really have that much to take a water type move. But anyways, I go to my Zizor and just U-turn on the Ferrothorn. I send out my T-Tar, my Guitar, who is going to play Burn by Deep Purple, and just fry this Ferrothorn all over the place as I go for the Fire Blast, and I actually get a critical hit, which may or may not have mattered depending on his spread, but whatever, I take him out, and he actually sends out his Jellicent, or Burungeru as I like to say, who isn't really going to enjoy this crunch, and I actually even get a defense drop, and he goes for Scald, and I'm really hoping to not get the burn, but you know, of course I do get it, and now my Tyranitar is pretty much useless, cause you know, I can still use Fire Blast, but you know, I mainly have that move for, you know, obvious Ferrothorns running around. So and I just took out the Ferrothorn, so yeah, T-Tar is gonna be pretty much useless for the rest of this match, and he actually decides to switch into his, you know, Mienshao or Kojondo, as I still like to say. I really love some of the Japanese names. Anyways, I digress, but yeah, T-Tar is pretty much useless, so I'm just gonna leave it in as a death fodder. Kind of just hoping to see also what kind of Mienshao this is. I do not see Life Orb recoil anything. So I go into my Thundurus, kind of hoping that I might be able to set up a free sub, but then he just goes for the Rock Slide, which, you know, obviously is able to break my sub. And I was kind of also hoping if he wouldn't be choice like he isn't, you know, I was hoping that he would have the Stone Edge, and you know, I could definitely bank on that to miss and get a free sub. But you know, Rock Slide is more accurate, so this plan right here isn't really, you know, it's really getting nowhere and fast. So I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt on the next turn. Kind of a waste of a Thundurus, but then again, it doesn't really have much of synergy on this team anyways. And I have the leftovers, so it lacks the power of Life Orb to kill this Mienshao, and he's just gonna take me out with a Rock Slide. I gotta say, I really played horribly on this match, but yeah, this team, like I said, it doesn't have much synergy anyways. But I'm gonna send out my Deoxys-S, and I'm actually just gonna go for the Ice Beam as he sends out the Krugerrock, I guess expecting me to go for a stab move, but you know, at this point there was no really need to go for the stab move, because anything will KO the Mienshao from that range, but that works out perfectly, and even if he's Scarfed, I can still outspeed him, because, you know, I am Deoxys-S, and I'm guessing that is, you know, one of the reasons why Deoxys-S is being tested, because it lives in its own speed tier. And in comes Hydreigon, and you know, I can easily outspeed that thing, even if that would be Scarfed, although I'm thinking he specs. And he actually goes for the Dragon Pulse, and I really played badly in this match, but this one mistake is basically all that I really need from my opponent, because he locks himself into Dragon Pulse, meaning I can get a free switch into my Excadrill. He will be forced to switch out. I can get the free SD and go from there. And in comes Gyarados, who doesn't even have Intimidate. First of all, he has Moxie, so I can easily take him out with +2 Rock Slide and just destroyish him. And I think, let's see what he goes into next. Oh, it's gonna be the Jellicent Burungeru. But with the prior damage, I can no problem. Even if this thing would be at full health, I think EQ +2 would KO. So I take him out easily. And now he's gonna go into his Mienshao, and he's gonna go for the Hoyondo here with the Fake Out. But that is pretty much going to be all that he's gonna be able to do to me. Because, you know, he can't outspeed me. And that Fake Out did like nothing. So I just go for the EQ, and Excadrill is on a rampage. And now his last guy is the Hydreigon, and I'm gonna go for the epic Rapid Spin KO! I think this is the first time in 5th gen that I was able to pull off a Rapid Spin KO. And yes, finally I was able to do it. Excadrill is so good that it's actually able to run Rapid Spin for the additional coverage, alongside with the useful support. Just kidding. But indeed, that will be the game. And actually I could have a question of the day, which I haven't had in quite some time. But indeed, question of the day time. So, what do you guys think of the pokes? What should go Uber on the next round? What are your thoughts on it? Let me actually see quickly. Okay, the suspects for round 5 of Smogon's testing. Move/abilities. All the weather inducing abilities. So, you know, I think all the weathers, you can vote on them separately if you're a Smogon member and, you know, allowed to do that. Like, you know, rain and sand and even sun, I guess. And then there's also Baton Pass, which is kind of annoying with Espeon around. You know, you can't roar that thing out. And, you know, that is being suspected also. And then in the Pokemon section, we have Thundurus, Excadrill, Deoxys-S, which I had on my team, plus Dragonite and Volcarona. Dragonite and Volcarona, they are, gotta say, really, you know, Dragonite with multi-scale, really annoying. Volcarona, even though it's weak to Stealth Rocks, Butterfly Dance or Quiver Dance, a really great mover, especially coupled with its great stats. So those are the suspects, and you guys leave a comment below. Which poke would you like to see getting banned in the next round, and which poke would you like to, you know, have stay in where it is right now? So leave a comment about that. And for me, personally, you know, I wouldn't really mind seeing Excadrill gone, but then again, you have, you know, your decent checks to it, you know, Skarmory, Gliscor, and even Bronzong. But you know, in my opinion, it still kinda centralizes the metagame, and like you just saw, you know, my opponent didn't have those pokes, and you know, after that, you know, my opponent made one mistake and locked himself into a wrong move, and it was game over from there, and he didn't have any of those pokes, so I was easily able to destroy everything with Excadrill. So, you know, I wouldn't really mind seeing that thing gone, but, you know, if it doesn't go Uber, I still understand. But, you know, in my opinion, it's still kind of annoying, but I really wanted to try it out, you know, while I still have the chance, in case it does go Uber. But, indeed, leave your comments about that, and, also, what else do I have? I guess I would like to say thank you everyone who watched my latest upload at TheFlamingSpade. It was the dual commentary with Wild Chase. You know, many people don't really like Wild Chase, but you know, the dual commentary that we did together, it was really fun, and people did seem to enjoy, and there weren't too many trolls as I originally expected there to be, so that was really nice. So I would like to thank you, each and every one of you, for the feedback. I will also leave a link in the description if you still haven't seen that. But indeed, thank you very much, and I will see you guys next time. Actually, I have a bit of a flu, so hopefully it doesn't get worse, and hopefully I don't lose my voice. But we'll have to see how that goes. So until next time, this is TheFlamingSpade signing out. Peace!